Welcome to Primo RV Centre, and inside a brand new to us, just landed 2026 194 BHS in Coachman's Apex Nano ultra-lite series. This is just a perennial favorite for a lot of families. Just fits a lot of SUVs on the market very, very well. And what I love about this particular layout is everything just has a place. So it just fits, again, a family that's going to grow, and even if you should add some children along the way or just occasional guests, it can really work well. And what I love on the road is when the slide out's in, everything's going to be fully accessible. So you have access to the fridge, the bunks, your main bed, the kitchen. So nothing is blocked by the slide. So the slide is really not in the way. And it's actually, once you get to your campsite, should you have some foul weather, great thing to have. You can increase the space, or if you travel with a dog or two, certainly opens things up a bit. Starting right up front here, as we come in the door, we've got our Bluetooth speaker here, so a removable, rechargeable Bluetooth speaker. You can take that out to the picnic table or the beach, enjoy some great tunes. We've got our main switches here for our awning light and interior lights, and then slide switch and awning switch, so kind of the things you're often looking to use right away. And then immediately to our right as we come in the door, we've got our primary queen bed here. You have an absolute ton of storage from outside underneath there, so just a huge cavity there to be able to fill up with all the toys you're going to bring with you. We have optioned in, definitely the number one option for us, for a lot of our customers, is the Stargazer. It's a beautiful spring day here, so I have it open. So I have it right now partially open, screen's halfway across, that'll come all the way across. And on the opposite side, we do have a full blackout shade here. But when you get into the hot weather, and especially if you're on a trip where you're not necessarily going to want to book every campsite, and let's say you don't end up with 30 amp service, so you can't use AC, it is a game changer in terms of how much airflow you get. Plus, in this coach, you get a lot of windows to boot that will open, so you get some cross ventilation here. You get great cross ventilation in the middle, same size windows in both the kitchen and the dinette. So you do get a lot of grid side to side, but that just really captures a lot of air and brings it in. We've had them on units now going back 3-4 years, so something that we've certainly tested ourselves, works well, and our customers absolutely love it. We've got a great little cubby here, so you can kind of stash some books, some water, phones to recharge, things like that. We do have a USB as well as 120 volt here, and we for 2026 we do have an input for Starlink as well, should you want to add satellite internet, especially if you want to work from the road, be able to extend things. So great feature. There is a natural spot here should you wish to have us either install a TV mount or the full TV and mount. Everything is set up, and there's a digital antenna on the roof, so that's kind of the natural point where you could watch it both from the dinette as well as the bed. So should you wish that, that's something we can do for you. You've got great storage up above. We've got roller shades on our windows. This one is an emergency exit window, so it does open about 6 inches. Roller shades. You've got the same roller shade here on the big front window. So while that one doesn't open, it brings in a ton of light. Great spot to kind of watch a storm roll through if you're out camping. So really wonderful spot there. And then as soon as we come into our left, we've got our primary kitchen. So great setup here. You do have an outlet on the side. And then we've got great drawers to be able to leave everything in here. Pots and pan storage below. All the room for our dishes up top. Massive sink here. I always love the lid because you can kind of throw the breakfast dishes in there and not worry about them till lunch and kind of hide them. And then that's going to give you full counter space to work with here. Nice high-rise faucet as well. Nice gold touch here. And then we've got our built-in 2-burner stove here. We do have a microwave that is both a convection, air fryer, and microwave now for 2026. So again, multi-functionality, lots of counter space to work with here. Your furnace is centrally located, as is the air conditioner here right above our head. And I want to mention, because I did a little bit of research for another client, so our new GE Profile standard AC units on our Nanos, apparently they do have a soft start. So if you're trying to run off, say, a small generator for a period of time, that actually would fire up. So kind of a great little addition for this year as well. We do have our converter here, so our power converter. It's also our fuse panel and our breaker box all in one along the floor there. And the little sticker that's on it indicates it is ready for lithium batteries. So lithium batteries or even 6-volt batteries pair really, really well with this coach, because if you would like to do some off-grid camping and not necessarily always have to worry about power, this model year 2026, all of the Nanos are standard with 400 watts of solar. So basically filling that roof with solar. So it's a really wonderful way to, again, plan trips where you don't necessarily always have to think about power, other than if you need to run AC. You've got a great pantry here. So again, you can leave all the things after each trip in the coach and not have to kind of ferry things in and out. And the only thing you're going to do that with is obviously the fridge. We've got the great big dinette here. So we've got access to storage from both the top under the cushion, but also the easy access doors. This is going to make a great bed for anybody who's kind of just under 6 feet. So my daughter, who's 5'9", sleeps on it, loves it. lots of elbow room. She's into her late teens now, so again, just gives her a bit more room, and she certainly loves it. Great new LED accent light here. Huge fridge. So we've got our Furrion 12-volt fridge, and that's why if you are going to be off-grid a bit, it is important to pair more batteries, certainly, and I would suggest an upgrade to either 6 volts or lithium to be able to hold a panel longer, get you maybe through 3-4 days or longer, depending on your trips. And the 400 watts of solar with the right batteries we can provide are going to do that. Each bunk is going to have its own window with roller shade, and you're going to have lights as well. And you're going to have some power there too. So again, if you want to be able, the kids want to be able to recharge something, they certainly can. Easy access to turning on our furnace. And then we've got our great 3-piece bath. And what I've always loved about the this particular model is they do factor in some storage for things like towels, face cloths, all the toiletries. So you've got a similar size cabinet to what you have in the kitchen for the pantry. And then you still have a great vanity with some storage, medicine cabinet. We have our ignition for our on-demand hot water tank here. So very fast to get hot water. That'll run off your propane. You've got a couple bottles outside, we'll see in a minute. And then we've got the ability here to check on our monitor panel and check on how full our tanks are. Our water pump switch is there. So if we want to be able to use, say, water on the road, flip the switch. Lots of room back here. So again, really well done bathroom with lots of storage. Skylight in the tub as well. So if you're a bit taller, you're going to appreciate that. Let's come on out. And again, the inside amenities kind of really match the outside here. So you've got great functionality. We've got an awning that's going to run from the very back corner all the way past the door here. So again, they've really maximized the awning and outdoor space for you, which is hopefully where you'll live, especially on most days like today where it's just beautiful temps. Up front, we do add a front power jack, which we just haven't installed yet. So that'll be an addition that we make here. Any of our Nanos, which so often are towed with our SUVs, it is much easier to get it on and off with that power jack. So we do add that for you here at Primo RV Centre, so one of our standards. You're going to have 2 propane tanks. We do fill them for you. It'll come with a standard battery, so standard RV battery. Again, if you're kind of 1 or 2 days camping off grid, you could add a secondary one of those. That'll probably get you through. Safest is going to go to 2 6 volts. I use them myself. They're great. Typically going to get 3-4 days, with reasonable sunshine. And then if you're somebody who wants to extend that, the lithiums are a nice way to go. And we've got a great brand in Epoch that we can help you with. We do have a battery cutoff switch up front as well. So just hidden away on the other side there, a little toggle switch. That'll allow you when you go into storage, you can basically make sure that when you come back, your batteries are charged. So you can flip that switch, then you have no draw from the inside. That way everything's charged up. Beautiful front cap here. So still the same great huge front windshield. We've done some nice job with just integrated lights here on the translucent covers underneath them up front. Great high stone guard, couple feet there, so it does protect the front end. And then the 194 is kind of notorious for the huge storage it has. So massive front compartment. Easy access to our charge controller. You can even charge devices off there as well. Switch for our front lights. We've got that cross window that we saw on the inside. And again, our awning running that full length. You do have the awning light running the full length as well, so you don't need additional lights. We do have a lend-a-hand here that'll make it easier, especially for young kids, to get in and out. And then we've got our integrated more-ride steps that you can adjust each individual leg. So if you've got uneven ground, no big deal. Our easy to access on-demand hot water tank. So when it comes to winterization, it'll be nice and easy to do. You've got our alloy wheels here, so you're not going to be scrubbing the rust off them all the time. We've got our standard griddle here. It is pre-seasoned, so it is ready to go. You could certainly put a little oil on it and burn it off, but it's not necessary that you do that. We've got charging back here as well as a plug-in, so you could certainly, again, power up a coffee maker if you've got power on site. Additional outside fridge, so if you've got power on site, that won't be a 12-volt fridge, but it's something you can use when you have power. We've got our easy access spare tire here on the back. And then we've got our backup camera pre-wire here. I didn't mention, but we are under 4,000 pounds here, so dry weight is about 3960 for this particular model, the way we have it optioned out. Standard in all the Nanos, you will have a full hot and cold outside shower. Very handy when you come back to the beach, or if you've got little ones, you can kind of create a bathtub outside so you don't have to clean up the inside. We've got our black tank flush if you've got water on site. That'll help to clean those sensors for you. And then we've got the input for water here. Cable and satellite prep on the outside. We are set up here for 30 amp service. In this case, we've dumbed it down to 15 amp, and if you don't need AC, that's something you can do as well. We've got our slide out here coming out about 3.5 feet. As we move forward, we'll have our water fill here. So if you, again, picking up water on site, which a lot of times if you're towing with an SUV, that's ideal. You may have a couple gallons in there, but otherwise you're going to keep it fairly empty. We've got the import for our Starlink, so if you do want to use a satellite internet service of some kind, they've made it easy. And magnetic latches all the way around. And then tip to tail length here, we are under 23 feet, bumper to tongue. So you're going to fit on those smaller provincial, state campsites. So it does open up a world of possibilities in terms of campsites. Typically anywhere you can stick 2 tents, this is going to fit. So, and being single axle, it's quite easy to kind of maneuver it into a tighter spot too, because you just have that easy to wiggle, that easy pivot point with just the one axle. We'd invite you to Primo RV Centre to come have a closer look at this brand new and absolutely stunning 2026 194 BHS in Coachman's Apex Nano series.